here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Carr going to throw right away. He gets this to Davante Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Raiders had 1-14 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They go with Jacobs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now a dump off here complete.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in cover.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here in Vegas. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On first down, Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, right. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time he is in. Yes. A great effort there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where did they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And, indeed, he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. From the 29, Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Carr now to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Hey, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Back to throw, Fields.
Going to throw right side here, complete.
On first down, it's Fields.
Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Fields' throw going to be caught by Davis. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, Fields.
He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Damian Harris from 17 yards out.
And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
58 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr gonna throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half. Jacobs going to try the middle. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Carlson missed it. Hold it to the left. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. White running to the left. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. White, he'll try the left side. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
going with their tight end on fourth. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Carr to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Jacobs is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
One more time with Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Offensively, are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
They go with Jacobs. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
To throw is Fields.
His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown Bears. Odell Beckham from 8 yards out.
And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Throwing on first down is Carr.
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
To throw, it's Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing his Carr on third down.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away.
Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Chicago. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Bears are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
To throw his car. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas.
59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Carlson able to put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A huge play there for Chicago. 53 yards.
Fields on first down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball.